Well, hello everyone. Happy holidays and everything. This is definitely me going a little more remote than usual. I'm not at home. Well, sort of. I'm at my parents' for the holidays, so great to see all of you and everything. Yeah, whew, really crazy. Hey, great to see all of you. Yeah, Janine and Damaris and Jan and Kathy and Harvey and wow, and Delicia's on too. Yay! And Drew, yeah, and Kurt. Hey, uh, I wasn't quite sure how many people would be on because I figured everybody was out having fun for the holidays and might not have solid internet connections, but you never know. But it's great to see all of you. It has been quite a year, hasn't it? Oh, and Scott, hey. Yes, it has been quite a year, I have to say. Yeah, just so many things going on, so many great times. Oh, Jan, you got home yesterday? Excellent, excellent. I'll be getting in probably tomorrow uh, back to Austin, so that will be nice. But yeah, it has been quite an amazing year. How this is one of those shows where I have to say my instinct is to kind of reflect on the year a little bit. Uh, oh, you can't hear me on YouTube, Janine? Um, hmm. Oh, am I a little blurry? Hmm. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Better? Do a little, yeah, do a little focus there, a little autofocus. Yeah, that is better. That is definitely better. Yes. But yeah, try refreshing because, yeah, I think the thing is I'm streaming to both at the same time from the same settings. So if it's working on one, it's probably working on the other. Okay, excellent, Janine. But yeah, anyway, I was saying that for this, the end of the year, I like to reflect on the year a little bit, and it has been quite a year. I mean, a lot of craziness has gone on. Of course, the back and forth with COVID and everything. But yeah, it has been quite a year. I've been a lot of great projects have gone on and a lot of great music. I've been writing a lot more, especially this fall, and that has been a lot of fun. And I don't know, I know most of you can relate a little bit because any creative endeavor that you have, when you really get in that creative zone, it's so emotionally and mentally rewarding. And that's kind of what the fall has been like for me. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. Oh, wow. Janine finished graduate level certificate in math. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, nice. And teaching math for liberal arts starting in January. Very nice. Very nice. So congratulations on that. So that huge milestone there, and next year is going to be um, really exciting for you. So good luck. Congrats, indeed. Yeah, that is wonderful. That is really wonderful. Yeah, for all of you watching, what were your favorite? I mean, what good thing happened to you this past year? I know a lot of bad stuff happened. It was not the best year. Let's just be honest. The previous year was not great either. But I mean, everybody had one great thing. I hope. I hope at least a good thing. So share. What was your good thing? Something you can really latch onto and take with you into next year. And yes, I know Alicia has had work has been pretty crazy. Oh, Drew went back to work for better or worse. Well, good, good. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully. Um, very, very funny, Jan. Yeah. But yeah, work, that has been a change. I mean, a lot of people either away from work or on hiatus or working from home, and everything has changed there. So that's been very crazy for this year, definitely. But yeah, yeah. I mean, oh, oh, Harvey, yes. Um, wow, that's really sweet for you to say that. that meant that much to you to just hear me play your mandolin. I mean, it's a beautiful mandolin and a great sound, and I enjoyed playing it a lot. That was, yeah, definitely has a. It's a very nice mandolin. So yeah, it was my pleasure. But I'm glad you liked that. I'm glad you appreciated that too. Oh yeah, Damaris, I remember you telling me about that you did the online music thing for part of the year, and I'm glad that really went well, because yeah, I mean this was a great opportunity for a year when you had a lot of downtime to learn some new things or just better yourself in some way. So very well done to do that, very much so. Right? Yeah, realize how much you missed the live activities. That is true. Um, and Alicia, yeah, sure would, definitely. And Kathy, yeah, totally. Me too. I mean, that was meeting a lot of great people. Surprisingly, it's interesting. The last year, actually the last couple of years, in a way, I've been more social than I was before. I don't know. I think because you really had to work at it. I mean, it wasn't just you saw people regularly. You really had to work at being social. And because of that, you really, I think I feel, yeah, I feel like I really got to know a lot more people. Some people that I kind of knew, but I really got to know them online, uh, remotely, but still I feel like I got to know them. And that was a lot of fun. Hmm. Oh, okay. 2 weeks in the field, that's always good. That is great. And yeah, Alicia is working on mandolin, and that was I'm looking forward to hearing her because I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And definitely, I hope to see some of you at Sherwood this spring. And I don't know if I've announced it. I'm pretty sure I have, but I am doing a full run at Sherwood, so that is all confirmed and signed in the contract. So we're good. So yeah, excellent. Yeah, just it was an interesting year. Definitely, I'm very happy about it because I know it's not a great year in many ways, but it's just this fall has been phenomenal. I've worked hard on several different projects. I've I've written several tunes and songs, and it's those you'll be hearing in the not too distant future. So that's I'm excited about that, and several projects, and it's been a great time. So I've really enjoyed it. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, excellent, Janine. And yeah, definitely, yay, full run. And yeah, I will get to see some of you every weekend for those of you that are going to Sherwood for the full run too. And I know, Jan, don't worry, don't worry. Um, at the very least, you'll hear the new stuff at Sherwood. I guarantee that. But hopefully, some before that as well. I'm still putting a lot of things together, but yeah, it is quite interesting. I'm also yeah one of the projects I'm working on and have been working on. Maybe you noticed. It, I think I don't know if I did it. Did I do it this year? Last year, I know I did some live shows that were real time. Like with Mark Gunn, he was in Atlanta and I was in Austin, and we were playing on a live stream um, in real time and doing music. It wasn't perfect, but it was close enough we could pull it off. And it took a lot of slick networking to make that happen. I had to remote into his laptop and optimize things for well a few days, honestly, to make it work and tweak it. Every millisecond mattered. And I'm working on a project now to make it a lot easier for people in the future. There's there are these little boards called Raspberry Pis, and what you can do is they're like little mini computers, about the same processing power as your cell phone. But for not much money, you can put one together and set up software on it and make it work for you. It has a network connection. So you can create your own computer that's already tweaked, and is ready to log into your server automatically. So I could send that to somebody. They don't have to do anything. They just plug it in, turn it on, plug in the microphone into it, and boom, it just works. So that's been a project I've been working on, and it's quite interesting to make real-time audio easy to the masses. You don't have to be a computer tech to pull it off, and a networking admin. So that's been interesting. Yeah. Oh, furnace out for 2 weeks. Janine, ooh, that's yeah, space heater is very important. That can be rough. I know down in Austin, hasn't really been a problem. We've had ridiculously hot temperatures, but I know other places it has been chilly. Oh, and Sherwood passes for the season, Jan? Yeah, I know I'll get to see you. Yeah, Janine, yes, thank you. Damaris, you're right. It does sound tastier than you expect, but it's it's an interesting project, and that's just one of the many things I'm working on now. It is an interesting time, to say the least. And I know you're right, Greg. Winter is coming. It is going to be February is probably, I don't know. Usually when it gets really warm like this, it's either going to bite us in the butt really hard in February, or it might be a mild winter. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I know it'll be a little chilly in a week or so in Austin, but not compared to what Janine's been going through, I'm sure. So we'll see. But I'm hoping for a slightly mild winter. And after what Texas went through this past year, yeah, I could use it. But yeah, I'm glad things have been going well for some of y'all, and that you do have had some good moments. And it is important to think about that at the end of the year. I mean, when you get into the first, that's when you start thinking about, okay, what I'm going to do this next year. But this is the time when you need to think about this past year and go over it and learn from it, and think about the good things and enjoy that. So yeah, at least in my opinion, that's what you really should do. Yes. Ooh, snow squall. That's always rough, Janine. Yeah. We'll weather should be interesting coming up. Now, of course, fairs, you don't really have to worry about that right now, but there are some fairs in January and February, so we will see. We will see how weather affects that, and I will be trying to put more of a bit more weather information into my fair list for each week. So hopefully that'll help some, make it a little easier to plan ahead for the different fairs, because yeah, sometimes you really want to wear that heavy cloak, and it comes in handy. Oh wow, Lacey, you drove through that blizzard? Ooh, that is the tough one, because for me, I'm such a southerner, I'm really not used to driving in snow. I haven't had to do it much, so it scares me, I'm not gonna lie. Torrents and rains and monsoons, no problem, I can handle that. I know how to do that, but snow scares me to death. So most of you are probably experts compared to me. Oh, right, the one in Palestine, yes. And she's right. Alicia, she does provide the list every week. She compiles it. I make the map, so there is that. But no, as far as the information, Alicia handles that, and she has always handled that. I have, even in the weeks where she hasn't been here for the show, and she hasn't been able to make it because of work or other reasons, she still gets me that list. So thank you. It really helps. So yeah, it was the Royal My Fair list, not the actual, because we all, you and I we work together to put this together. Definitely, Alicia. So I appreciate your help. I always do. I've driven. One of the few times I've driven in snow was in Colorado, and that was probably one of the scariest times for me. So I hear you, Alicia. That's oof. Oh, Janine, really? You don't know what to do when it rains? For me, I grew up in that. So, hurricane weather sometimes, yeah, no problem. You get used to it. It's, you just know. Oh, right. When you live where it snowed, you just walked everywhere, jammed. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, you kind of have to. You just can't drive it places. I understand. I know that when people I've talked to where you get these horrible snowstorms that last for a week or two, and they just say, well, you plan for it and you expect to have one, and you just don't leave your house much during that time. You just know that that's how it works. So I get it. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, the drives, the commutes can always be tough in bad weather. That is very true. Well, now I should um, definitely go ahead and uh, jump into 7 reasons. And this one, I thought about it, and I was trying to think about what a good 7 reasons for the end of the year. And gosh, I don't even remember what I said. What did I do? It was 7 reasons that, or 7 things to reflect on from last year. So yeah, just continuing the conversation we just had, because that's how I roll apparently. So yes, 7 things to reflect on from last year, and that are generally Faire related and relate to me, I guess. But uh, let's see. Number 7. We had more days of Faire than I expected. I mean, let's be honest. At the beginning of the Faire year, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was I was thinking, we'll see. I mean, vaccines are coming. We'll see how it goes. And I wasn't sure if we'd have a lot more shutdowns or what would happen. And we really had a lot more Faire than I was expecting, and I was so thrilled about that. So thrilled. That made it. Getting sappy. Thanks. But yeah, that was really nice. That was definitely nice. And number 6, people were exceedingly generous. Now I know some of you have noticed that, especially if you're performers, but people were very giving with tips, with sales, with, I mean, whatever. The patrons that came to Faire were just amazing this year. You could tell that they really were happy to be there, and they really wanted to support all of us as much as they could. And it was very appreciated. Very, very appreciated, definitely. So yes, just something I noticed and I think was really wonderful. And I hope it continues, but still, especially for this year, thanks to everyone for that. Number 5, while having gigs, I kept up with Faire life. Okay, mostly. When I was out of town, there were a few moments here and there where I had trouble getting to where I had internet, or there were technical problems, and I ran into that a few times here and there. But overall, even after we kind of after in June, when Lee sort of backed off and spent time with her family, and we stopped kind of doing the Thursday show a bit on Life's a Faire, and we didn't really have much other than Faire life, and I wanted to make sure I maintained that. And even though I had a lot of projects and a lot of gigs in the fall, I still tried to make sure that I did this and still improved it. And definitely there's going to be some more, an upgrade, a graphic upgrade over the next several weeks on Faire life. So keep an eye on that. It's been a little while since I've done that, and I've definitely been looking at a few things, so I think you're going to like it. It's pretty nice. And number 4, and Nancy, yes, introspective, not sappy. Thank you. Yes. And Janine, yes, thank you for understanding. I appreciate that. I did my best. I really did. Okay, number 4. If I can click on it, yes. I learned a lot about live streams on the road. I had so many lofty goals, especially when I went to Louisiana this fall. And it was, I brought a green screen, and I brought all these different things and so many different lights to try to upgrade my setup and really be able to do some cool things. And I got a new cell phone plan, and with the hope that I might be able to use that data for uploading for streaming. And while in the major cities, this would have worked. It was good enough. But even though you had 5G, and we can joke about what 5G really is and how it's a bit of a lie in the industry where they give you the option to have that speed, but you actually don't get the speed. You just get the theoretical speed if they had it to give you. You just get the fast connection that doesn't give you the actual speed. It's kind of silly. But yeah, I was getting 5G connections sometimes, but I didn't have much of an upload speed, and it was frustrating because if I could go down to New Orleans, boom, I'd get the speed. But yeah, so that was a bit of a problem. But it was a good lesson learned, and I do know that I can use that in cities if I can stay in a decent sized city. But it was a lesson learned, something kind of interesting. Definitely good. Oh yes, yeah, Magnolia. Yeah, we have all learned a lot about it, haven't we? She is not wrong. She is not wrong. Oh yeah, Leisha, and you are right. We have had so many nerdy talks behind the scenes, and not just us, all of us. Magnolia, all tons of different people have. Yeah. And Janine, you're right. Sometimes a simpler solution is better, and I did try to work on that, and there are some really cool things that I'm still working on. But that was a really good learning experience, and I'm going to make sure that in the future it's easier, and I do have a lot more options. And I love how portable my setup is because I can take it on the road. And you're right, Alicia, it does. Necessity is the mother of invention. It is very true. Yeah, so let's see. Going with number three. I've been immensely inspired this year. Now, I told you a little bit about that earlier, but it's true. I mean, I don't know. There are a lot of reasons why. I could go into them, but it really, the gist is a lot of things happened in the fall that just really inspired me. Inspired me to write. Inspired me to just really love music more than I normally do. It's been great. It's been the projects I've been working on have been very fulfilling, and it is. I know all of you. I think at least most of you are creative types, so you understand where I'm coming from when you're really in that zone. How wonderful it feels. So that has been great, and I'm gonna keep it going as long as I can, because that's what you do. You ride that wave, always. So yes, let's see. Number 2. I've worked on new recordings. I mentioned that a little bit too, and I've got 2 CDs that I should have by Sherwood, and that is going to be awesome. One is all instrumental, and one is, well, not all, but mostly vocal. And it's, they should be a lot of fun. One is strictly dance tunes from the last 1,000 years. Hey, wide range, just some of my favorites that I think people will like. So that will be great. And the other one is more just the songs that I usually play and sing. So I think it's going to be good, and I'll be interested to see what people think and get some feedback from y'all. But yes, so that was great. And number 1, I've met many wonderful, interesting people. I touched on that earlier, but it's the truth. I mean, there were, one of the interesting things is there were people I knew, but kind of knew. I've said hey to at Faire, but that was mostly it. And I've really got to know a lot of them this year that I didn't really know that well, and that has been wonderful. Got to hang out with some people and chat online, and be in Zoom meetings with groups and talk about a lot of different things, and it has been really nice, and I've so valued that. This has been an odd year for communication. I think everybody has started to embrace really started to embrace online communication in many different ways, out of necessity, if nothing else. And it's really created this comfort level that people, I don't think, had before. So I think we kind of jumped 10 years ahead in how everything would have evolved. And it's been great. I really think it's going to be a good thing overall in the future, and I look forward to it. Aw, and Delisha, I inspired you this year too. Aw, thanks. That's so nice. That's so sweet of you to say. And you've inspired me too. I mean, working and collaborating together has been wondrous. I couldn't have done this without you. I will so say that. And it's been really fun doing it too. So thank you. And yeah, as Jan and Damaris. And yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, that is my 7 reasons for the end of the year. Of course, you know what the 7 reasons next week is going to be. It's going to be about the upcoming year and things to plan for and things to hope for. So we'll see how I word that. I don't know. We'll come up with something good. I'll make it funny. Don't worry. This has been really sappy. You're not wrong. So I'll try to do better. But yeah, it has been quite a year, and I'm so happy. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks to all of you, because hanging out with you guys on Mondays, and at different earlier in the year, other days of the week too. I mean, it has meant so much to me, and I know to Alicia as well, that it's been great just letting me into your house and your homes and your lives. I mean, it's been great getting to know some of y'all, and I look forward to the future with that too, because it's a lot of fun, and it's been great. Aw, Janine, that's so sweet. Yes, I tried to give you something to look forward to. Yeah. But yeah, that's but yeah, Kathy's right. People have opened up more, and yeah, the communities are still thriving. It's not quite as much as it was a year ago, but it's definitely still there, and it has. And Damaris has to be a good host there. Yeah, gotta jump out and grab the tea. You're right. But yeah, I appreciate that, Damaris. You're always a good hostess. Don't worry, you are. But as I hope that I've always been a good host to you, and I want to say thanks for this last year and most of the year before. It's been a pleasure and a lot of fun, and I look forward to next year, and I'll add a lot more things to the show and the channel. Look for that, and Alicia and I, Whitney, we're going to talk about a lot of different things here in the next few weeks, and I can't be sure about some of the other stuff, but I know for Fairlife, I can say there's going to be a lot of changes over the next few weeks for the better. So definitely going to get a facelift on some of the graphics and some other stuff too. So I think you're going to like it. So keep an eye out for that. And Kathy, yeah, thanks. I look forward to these Monday nights too. So thanks again. Have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to seeing you next week, and which also happens to be next year on Fairlife. Take care. Bye.